A sincere welcome to all attendees. Thank you for taking time off your busy schedules to be here with us on Executive Planning Day, a day where we come together to brainstorm, make impactful decisions, and set clear strategies in place to move Finexis forward. Today, I'll be walking you through 4 important topics that are likely to shape not just the economy, but also the decisions that we make as an organization. Firstly, we have macroeconomics and the business cycle. To navigate the business landscape, we need to understand the economic weather. The 3 key macroeconomic indicators that help us do that are GDP, inflation, and unemployment. GDP, or rather gross domestic product, measures the total value of goods and services produced in an economy. When GDP is rising, the economy is expanding, often leading to more business activity and investment opportunities. When it falls, we may be heading towards a recession. Secondly, we have inflation, which tracks how quickly prices are rising. Moderate inflation shows healthy demand, but excessive inflation signals that prices are rising too quickly, reducing consumer spending power and triggering higher interest rates. Lastly, we have unemployment, which reflects the percentage of the labor force actively seeking out jobs but unable to find them. It typically rises during recessions and falls in periods of economic growth. These indicators matter because they give us foresight into demand, cost pressures, and labor availability. For Finexis, GDP growth signals sectors worth investing in. Inflation informs how we manage real returns on client portfolios, and unemployment tells us how stable consumers feel, which shapes their appetite for financial planning. So to summarize all this, understanding these trends allow us to be proactive rather than reactive. We can guide clients more confidently, fine-tune portfolio strategies, and adjust risk exposure based on where we are in the economic cycle. Now, let's shift to international trade. Tariffs are taxes on imports. Governments use them to make foreign products more expensive and encourage people to buy local. But what happens when countries start imposing tariffs on one another? To understand this, let's look at the ADDS model on the screen, as shown above. Without tariffs, imports are cheaper. The supply curve is flatter, representing access to a broad global market. This keeps prices low, as you can see from P free trade, and maximizes consumer surplus, which is the green area. Once tariffs are introduced, the supply curve shifts upwards, and prices rise to P tariff. Imports drop, and local producers gain a bigger slice of the pie, shown by the purple producer surplus. The government also earns tax revenue, which is the blue rectangle shown above. But here's the trade-off. We create deadweight losses, as shown from A and B, which are the green boxes that represent potential economic value lost to reduced trade. In a small open economy like Singapore, which heavily depends on imports and exports, tariffs can have a wide ripple effect on us. Prices may go up, consumer spending could fall, and businesses may reduce overall investment. So what does this mean for us at Finexis? For Finexis, this environment could cause increased volatility in financial markets. Clients may become more cautious, delay investments, or shift towards lower risk products. Understanding the implications of tariffs allow us to adjust our client strategies. We can recommend stronger diversification and long-term planning, ensuring clients are protected even as global trade tensions keep evolving in this day and age. Moving on, let's take a step into psychology with behavioral economics, which shows us that people don't always make decisions purely based on logic. Let me give you a very relatable example, which is healthy eating. Most of us know that fruits and vegetables are better for us than fast food. But when we are hungry or stressed, what do we usually go for? The quick, greasy, satisfying option. Why is this so? Let's break it down into 3 reasons. Firstly, we have the present bias. We favor instant gratification over long-term benefits. Secondly, we have loss aversion, which is sort of like giving up comfort food feels like a bigger loss than the distant benefit of being healthier. And then lastly, we have the status quo bias. We stick to habits simply because they are familiar and easy. Let's apply this to personal finance. Clients may avoid getting insurance, not because they don't see the value, but because it simply feels overwhelming for them. They might delay investing even when it's the rational choice, simply because fear holds them back. At Finexis, behavioral economics reminds us that our role isn't just to explain the products, it is also to guide the clients gently through decision making. We do this with clear jargon-free communication, easy to understand visuals and summaries, and lastly, friendly nudges and reminders at key moments. By meeting clients where they are emotionally, we help build confidence and take steps towards their financial goals, one decision at a time. Finally, let's explore how generative AI could reshape the workforce and inequality. So here is scenario 1, which is AI reducing the inequality. Imagine a world where AI tools provide personalized training and learning, allowing people from all backgrounds to upskill. This could especially benefit low and middle skilled workers by making education more accessible. Here is the graph to illustrate this. Demand for skilled labor shifts from D1 to D2. As a result, wages increase from P1 to P2 and employment rises from Q1 to Q2. This creates a more inclusive economy where more people participate in high-value work. If AI is used to upskill the workforce, we could see narrowing wage gaps and increased social mobility. Let's move to our second scenario, which is the exact opposite, which is AI increasing inequality. So this time, AI automates repetitive or low-skilled jobs, reducing demands for such roles. The demand curve shifts leftwards from D1 to D2, causing wages to fall from P1 to P2 and employment to drop from Q1 to Q2. Here, AI benefits highly skilled workers and tech owners, while leaving others behind. So this creates a more polarized labor market, increasing inequality. So what do you think is the most realistic scenario? I would say probably a middle ground between the first and second scenario. Over the 5 years, we'll see both negative and positive effects. The key is how governments, companies, and education providers respond to this. Investing in reskilling programs, supporting job transitions, and ensuring equitable AI access will be essential in shaping a more balanced outcome. For Finexis, AI is already opening doors for us in this market, as we can use it to help generate personalized investment summaries for our clients. We can also create clear visuals for complex strategies that we might require a lot of time to solve. It can even answer basic questions in real time. But we also know that AI can't replace human empathy, and that's why we use technology to boost efficiency. So our advisors can spend more time building relationships and offering personalized, thoughtful guidance for our clients. So with that, thank you so much for staying with me through these 4 big picture insights. As we have seen, macroeconomic indicators help us read the market. Trade policies like tariffs shape global trends that ripple into local destinations. Behavioral economics helps us better understand our clients. And lastly, generative AI, depending on how it's used, can either bridge or widen gaps in society. So through it all, our strength at Finexis lies in staying informed, staying empathetic, and also staying adaptive to all this. Let's carry this mindset into the rest of Executive Planning Day and continue shaping the future of Finexis together. Thank you.